Hi everyone, Joe Vitale, American Retirement Advisors with the Gradient Investments weekly talking points for the week ending April 1st, 2021. Markets were closed last Friday in observance of Good Friday, and we hope that you all enjoyed Easter with your family and friends. And so let's get into it in this nice warm weather we're having. So let's talk about some stocks. Stocks rose across major global indices last week, with the benchmark S&P 500 rising 1.16, the Nasdaq gained 2.61. The international developed markets, which is the EFA, rose 0.53, and the emerging markets added 2.4% last week. Now, technology and communication services were the best performing sectors in the U.S., while consumer staples and utilities were the laggards. Growth last week did outperform value stocks. A little bit about fixed income. Interest rates rose and bond values declined last week, with the benchmark 10-year U.S. Treasury yield up 2 basis points to 1.69%. Now, the yield curve was basically unchanged, with the yields on shorter maturities increasing and the yield on longer maturities declining just slightly. A little bit about commodities. West Texas crude oil futures started the week off down on the news that container ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal with delayed oil delivery. So the crude recovered quickly on Thursday to the end of the week, up 4.94% on news that OPEC would slowly increase production starting in May. Now, the production may prove to be conservative as economies begin to reopen and demand may ramp up more than supply, so causing upward pressure on the prices since production companies are foregoing the growth in favor of paying down debt and paying out dividends. So you might see that go up a little bit more. Economic data, given the positive regional manufacturing surveys, it was logical that the National Survey of Producers jumped to 64.7%, its best level in 38 years. Anything above 50% indicates growth. Now, the customer inventory index is extremely low, meaning that inventories are very light. Because this is in combination with backlogs that are at an all-time high, we can expect manufacturing to continue to rise over the next few months. A little bit about jobs. Job growth accelerated in March with 916,000 jobs added at the high end of consensus expectations. It was to be between 750 and a million, led by leisure, hospitality, education, and construction. The payroll beat led the unemployment rate to fall to 6%. This month's job growth compares to the loss of 701,000 jobs in March. Last year was due to the economy, which when COVID started shutting down everything. So let's talk about growth in the U.S. home prices accelerated to a 15-year high in January as the supply of homes for sale dropped to a new low. The National Home Price Index rose 11.2% in the year that ended in January. Demand remains robust due to record low interest rates and a desire for more space. Also, the inventory for homes available for sale was the lowest in nearly 40 years. Homes are going like crazy right now. The market is super hot if you don't know that already. Consumer confidence shot up from 90.4 in February to 109.7 in March. This compares to expectations for nearly 97. The index stood close to 132.6 in February last year, which was a 20-year high. That was right before the pandemic hit and took hold of the U.S. Let's talk about company news. Information and communication technology sector stock holdings across multiple gradient strategies, including Square, Sprout, Taiwan Semiconductor, Netflix, Snapchat, Facebook, Baidu, Alphabet, Synopsys, and Paylocity, rose between 4.1% and 7.5% last week as inflationary fears subdued a bit, causing by a third straight week of rising U.S. dollar. So this created a catch-up trade in these sectors, which were strong last year and have underperformed recently as investors' attention was diverted to sectors expected to benefit from the past COVID environment. Now, Taiwan Semiconductor, which is a G40I holding, committed to $100 billion in capital expenditures plan to boost capacity. The stock was also helped by Biden's infrastructure plan, which included $50 billion for semiconductor investment. You're seeing semiconductor shortage around the world right now, and as a result, you're seeing some production lag as a result of we're waiting on semiconductors. Facebook and Alphabet, both G33 and Core Select Holdings, are planning to work together to place 2 giant subsea data cables between the U.S. West Coast and Singapore and Indonesia in order to provide faster internet service. In addition, recent pricing showed that digital advertising revenues are surging for the two companies. That is it. We hope and pray you're doing well and enjoy this warm weather. We're very thankful for you and having you part of our family. So God bless you. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 855-756-5700 or visit us online at aradvisorsinc.com. Have a great week. We'll see you next video.